Good morning and happy Thanksgiving from Sequoia State Park. I hope many of you are at home celebrating an atypical Thanksgiving, but one in which we can hopefully find things to be thankful for. I am here at the park, staying low-key at home and safe, and the animals still have to eat, you know. They eat every day. So they're getting a special little Thanksgiving meal today. They can't, eat all the carbs that we eat. That's not healthy for them, but we still find ways to be creative. So we're gonna start over with the water boys and move our way through all the animals. And I'll tell you a little bit about them, what they like to eat, and all of that stuff. So stay tuned. Oh no, he woke up. Usually I can be quiet enough. Okay, let's hope they don't escape on live. So here is Bixby's meal for the day. I think it's Harry that's awake. So it's pretty much the usual things, you know. He gets one piece of fruit because he gets his allergy meds in them. But it's his usual rodent biscuits. He loves sweet potatoes and carrots, which is great because those are good Thanksgiving foods. And then troublemaker Harry over here. He's getting his catfish. It has a bunch of his vitamins on it. And then he's getting a toy today, which is a nice moose with what looks like it could be a Hogwarts scarf on. Okay, I'm doing this by myself, so wish me luck. Hi, Trouble. Hi, Trouble. I can't unlock theirs ahead of time because they hear my keys and they come running, which is not good when you're trying to prevent them from escaping. Okay. Hi, Harry. Hi. Remember that boy that could barely roll over? Yeah, this is him now. Come on, happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. You're so cute. Yes, you are. I know, it's so exciting. Look. What is it? Harry eats fish. He is a carnivore or a pescivore. It's not really a term that we use in science, but we use more with like culinary craft. But he does eat some other things like carrots. He really likes carrots, and he's probably just craving those vitamins, especially as a growing boy. If you hear that loud sound in the background, that's them letting water out from the dam here. We're on Fort Gibson Lake, which is a reservoir. So Fort Gibson Dam is visible from the lodge, and they're letting out some water. Harry has a lot of funny mannerisms that are unique to him, and then others are things that otters do that we're just not used to seeing because we don't normally have an otter here. But the way he uses his hands is really funny, and almost like he's talking sometimes and like using his hands like an Italian would, like I do. But you can see how he has his hand there, his paw. He does not have very good manners. Bixby, when he eats every morsel of whatever he's eating. Harry's just flies everywhere. Like when Harry eats a carrot, there's carrot all around where Harry was. You can see those big old teeth, and you know what those are for. You can look at an animal's teeth and you know what kind of food they eat. So look at those sharp teeth, and you know that. Are you joking? Those are for shredding fish. He has a really long tongue too, which is adorable. We'll see if he can figure out how to get that toy out of the way to get more fish. He has whiskers, and they're way more bristly than Bixby's or some other dog and cat whiskers. And he has them all over. He has hairs on his chinny chin. His eyes are really funny. He has these little eyes like Bixby does, but his eyes close all the time. Like every picture, his eyes are closed. It might be because he's chubby. Can I take this toy out of the way? Okay. Oh, is that scary? You can see some of his toys all around here. The dive ring was in the bottom, so he went and got it at some point, and they have dive rings in their little den from where they picked him up. It's a pretty morning here. Now let's get Bixby's food. Bixby doesn't love mornings, so we'll see if his distaste for the morning time is outweighed by his love for food. Here's our nice little bridge. And Bixby's Uncle Bill brought him all of this new willow, which Harry was more excited about than Bixby was. Bixby started chewing on it, but Harry just loved exploring and playing with it, kind of like a jungle gym. Bixby! And I brought Bixby some fresh chewed logs from other beavers. He seems to like those. He can probably smell them. The cambium's exposed. We'll see. I feel kind of intrusive. Hi, baby! Hi! I washed his Snoopy. It's at home. I need to bring it back. It took 2 washes, but it's nice and white again. Good morning! Have you not had your coffee yet? Can you squeeze out of there? Hi! Hi! Come on! Can I move your Sully? Hi! Did you carry all your carrots down in there? What are you going for first? I could have placed money on that. And breakfast in bed. So here's their den. There's the blanket that Bixby stole from me the other day. And their dinosaur. And their Harry Potter is back there too. And then all of his carrot remains. And the dive ring. So this does have 2 sides. There's a stone divider in the middle, and this is the other side. And they sometimes go in there, but this one is the one that's all built up where they have the nest and they both sleep in at night. Bixby's a slow eater. So here's their enclosure. We had some rain here the last couple nights. Did you eat it all? Happy Thanksgiving, Carrie. Happy Thanksgiving. It's your first Thanksgiving. What do you think? Look how good he looks. We'll see you later, Harry. Okay. I know that they're the stars of the show, and they are super cute, but we have a lot of other animals too. And these animals have been here for a long time, and they're all beyond their life expectancy. And they're a little pickier about what they eat. We have to make sure everything is nice and locked up. So I can't be as creative necessarily with all of their food because they eat specific things and there's not a lot of variety. But we'll see what they think. I'll show you. It's not as pretty in the daytime, but I'll post some nighttime pictures of our new stream, our beautiful bridge that Keith and Jacob built, among many others. And I have it nice and decorated for Christmas. We found these adorable ornaments a few years ago, and this is the perfect tree for them to go on. I'm too excited. Okay, so you go back around the nature center here, and this is where our other residents are. So you can see Bixby and Harry from the back porch. We have turtles in here, which are hunkered down in the cold. They come out on nice days. And then our canines. I am going to feed our birds. So here is our bald eagle Taurus's food for today. He gets catfish filleted from Swadley's that they donated, which is his favorite. So easy for him to eat, goes down well, and hopefully you can tell it's in the shape of a turkey, which I don't know if that's like sacrilegious for a bald eagle to be eating a turkey. Many of you may know the story of the founding fathers deciding what our national bird would be, and Ben Franklin, I believe, was the one who wanted it to be a turkey, and the others wanted it to be the bald eagle. Tell them about it. Do you still hold some resentment there, Taurus? They said Ben argued that the bald eagle was a scavenger, and that was not a good example of what we wanted the country's representative bird to be. Because bald eagles, he didn't say this, will be on the side of the road scavenging roadkill. Back then they didn't have cars, that's the joke. And so they would steal food from other birds. And he said, that's not regal. That's not what we want. How about the turkey? What do you think, pretty girl? Did they make the right choice? So Taurus thinks they made the right choice. Taurus, your Uncle Travis is watching. He's the one that made you your nice houses. Okay, pretty girl, what do you think, sister? Are you going to behave today? So the bald eagle was chosen as the representative bird because it only occurs in the Americas. Pretty girl. Okay, we'll see if pretty girl cooperates. She probably won't because she does not like the camera. She knows when I have my camera out. I'm not kidding. She's very smart. You can see it looks like Taurus wears pants. Do you wear pants, Taurus? Okay. Pretty girl, do you want to eat your Thanksgiving meal? There's Uncle Bill. Pretty girl, do you want to come eat? Do you want to come eat? There goes Taurus. Taurus flew into a power line when he was 15 years old, and his wing had to be amputated in order to save his life. It was badly infected. 15 is a good age for a bald eagle. They reach maturity around 5 years of age, so they're all brown the first couple years, and they start getting some white on them, and even their eyes are brown, and as you can see, his are now yellow. So around 5 years of age, they'll start nesting, and they do mate for life. They usually, here she comes, pick a spot and build that nest, and then they build onto it year after year, and they migrate separately, the male and the female, but then they come back together. And so Taurus, his mate, probably found another male bald eagle. We don't know. But hopefully she did and continued to produce offspring. 15 to 25 is typical lifespan for a bald eagle. So Taurus had reached a good age in the wild at 15. And in captivity, there have been about a dozen reported to live into their 40s. And Taurus turned 41 this year. Males are about 30% smaller than females. So since Taurus is so old, he has one wing, and he's a male, he's very small. I mean, his talons and his beak are still huge. I wouldn't want to mess with him. Actually, I do mess with him, so that's a lie. But he knows me. Hi, I know, I'm telling all your secrets. Look how regal he looks. Man, he is a beautiful bird. Hi, handsome. He receives vitamins on his food, too. We can see here. He has some powdered supplements. You checking him out, pretty girl? I don't think you like catfish. Pretty girl here is 21. She was blown out of her nest as a chick, or an owlet, depending on what you want to call her. Oh, you're so pretty. I talk to her a lot in a baby voice. So I know I talk to you in a baby voice too. So pretty girl and all of her nestmates were blown out and taken to rehab, where they were successfully rehabbed, but they were released, and she was trying to have picnics with people. She was trying to come back to her enclosure. And so it was clear that she saw humans as a friend, as a food source. She didn't have the right level of fear. But as you can see, she's healthy. She's flighted. She just has that imprinting from being cared for by humans. And so she and her nestmates actually all went to different nature centers. And her nestmates have died. And her nestmates, according to stories, were not as friendly as Pretty Girl. Pretty Girl, as you saw, comes and takes food from my hands. She prefers to be hand-fed. It's, in my opinion, it's good because she is in captivity. There's no fear of further imprinting, but by us having that relationship with her, I think it helps for her to feel safe and know that she's somewhere where she's being taken care of. Right, Taurus? I'll try not to spook him, but get close enough to where you can see him. Hi, handsome. So that side that's facing us is his amputated wing, and he had an infection in that eye at some point, unrelated to the injury. Are you going to do a poop trick for us? So his white head, his yellow beak, and his white feathers don't develop until he reaches adulthood. Right, buddy? Your Aunt Priscilla says hi. I think it's a year that we can all be extra thankful for nature. Something that's not canceled. Something that is continuing on and doing all the things that nature does despite what's going on with humans. It's cyclic. It's based on the seasons, not based on the news. So no, the owl and eagle do not play together. He is non-flighted, so he is on the ground and she's flighted, so they have some habitat partitioning in here. Oh really? He's about an 8-pound bird, and with a 3-foot wing missing, he's not extremely mobile. He moves around his enclosure throughout the day. And so you have to be creative. You know, when you have a bird that can't fly and you're trying to provide him a good life, we have to think of different ways to help make sure that he has a great life. So he is on his feet all the time versus a normal bald eagle that would not be. So our friends Travis and Liz came and helped repair. This used to be a ramp. Well, it was intended to be a ramp, I should say. But I put it on the ground when I was working in here one day and saw that Taurus liked to just walk on it and liked to use these rungs like a gripper, like a branch. So he just stands on it and uses them. So Travis and Liz came and replaced the deteriorating steps. They had screws sticking out of them and stuff. So they came and made them safe. This is the bag I brought Pretty Girl's food in. And then this is really shady and the soil is horrible in here. So we had the idea to bring in a bunch of this mulch, and it was in piles everywhere, but Taurus walks on it and flattens it down. So this was like 2 feet tall, and it's all now flattened down because it's just soft and a different texture for him to walk on. Pretty Girl, you can see, is up there on top of one of her many areas where she can hang out in here. she's hardly ever on the ground unless she's stealing Taurus's food, which is why they're fed pretty separately. So she has this pecan tree in here that she loves, and it's so pretty. It changes throughout the year, obviously. So right now it just finally lost all its leaves. Here, buddy. And so with her, creating enrichment is giving her as many different perches as possible, which we finally, I think, mastered in here. So we had a great volunteer build her this new box, and then just added perches throughout, all different heights. So there's 3 over there plus on top, and then 3 over here, 2 over here, and 2 over there. So depending on the prevailing wind, the conditions, she can choose where she wants to be. And she's also very nosy, so she likes to move around depending on where people are to be nosy. And then we planted some cannas and some different things in here just to provide them with as much differentiation as possible. And then Travis and Liz helped make this corner area more accessible to Taurus because he's so little and old. We dropped it down a few feet, made it more condensed and hopefully more of a safe space for him. And the same on this one. It was off the ground and he couldn't get into it. So he doesn't like new things, as most animals in captivity are. So he's getting used to it, and I see him getting closer and closer every day to these things. So hopefully he learns he can be safe and get in them. What do you think, buddy? He doesn't love people watching him eat. Okay. So now I pick up their things from yesterday. Pretty girl oftentimes doesn't eat all of her food right away. She carries it around, and she sometimes hides it. What are you doing? Looks like she's eating her chick, though. Hi, handsome. So Taurus had some scar tissue from his injury 26 years ago get too heavy and break off. I know, it was traumatic, huh, buddy? This summer, and I was so lucky. I called our awesome vet, Doc Peters. He was sitting down for lunch. He said, I'll meet you at the clinic. So we got Taurus into a carrier, took him, had surgery, brought him back within like an hour and a half. Saturday afternoon, our busiest time, you know, Doc Peters is off. I was just so lucky that it worked out. He was in town, didn't have any plans or anything, and could sew him back up. And Taurus was such a good patient. And then after the fact, would let me go up and put Neosporin and spray it down to make sure that flies and such weren't getting in. Doc Peters is so knowledgeable. So for me, I was like, oh, should we keep him inside in a crate, make sure he stays healthy? And Doc Peters said, no, put him back where he's familiar, which is true because he so does not like new things. So again, Doc Peters for the win. And Taurus healed. He seemed really comfortable. He wasn't scared. He let me literally go up to him, which is unlike his usual behavior. Now for our canines, we had a great group donate about 50 turkey necks. So they got them yesterday, and they're getting turkey necks again today. And Wiley will be getting a toy, and Roxy will be getting a toy. Mike will not be. Ike will not be because he's grumpy, and he doesn't seem to like toys. So there's Wiley. Hi, Wiley. Hi, handsome. Hi. I went around and unlocked everything. It's not normally like that, but since I'm a one-man show, I thought it'd make it easier. Wiley is 16 years old, and he was an illegal pet. It's illegal to have a coyote or other wild animals as a pet. So he was confiscated, and he came to live with us. He was about 1 at the time. He was still a pup. So yesterday, Wiley got turkey, and he came and picked up his bowl, dumped it over, carried his turkey around, and then finally went and buried it. He's smart. He knows the noise of the door. I tried to fake him out. Coyotes' lifespans really vary, but similar to a big dog. 12 years old for a Labrador is pretty good. Wiley is 16, so he does have some arthritis, but otherwise is very healthy. Dog Peter said he didn't have any fleas, ticks, heartworm, anything, and he does receive that preventative medicine, and that he had really good teeth. I'm pretty strict about his diet. He's about 32 pounds. He puts on a really thick winter coat. He's really pretty. He has a great coat. Beautiful eyes. Oh, wow. You went for the toy first. I would not have thought. He didn't really know about toys and treats when I started. He was scared of them, and now he seems to really enjoy them. He's going to be really scared when he learns it squeaks. What do you think? What do you think? Hi. So like the others, we try to provide as much enrichment and vegetation and such in their enclosures. Wiley, the problem is you can't plant a lot of stuff because he digs it up. But I got that lantana in here, and it bloomed beautifully this year. So yesterday he carried it around for like 5 minutes, like parading it. We'll see what he does. He does have 2 sides here to his enclosure and 2 different dens, and he seems to prefer one in the winter and one in the summer. Hi, handsome. Was that good? You're licking your lips. Was that good stuff? He's a sweet boy. He obviously couldn't be returned to the wild. Once you're raised in a home around people, not taught how to be a dog, there's a lot that's instinct and there's a lot that's learned in all animals. So if you watch him try to dig a hole, it becomes kind of obvious that he was not raised by a coyote. He just doesn't get it. I don't know. He's silly. Okay, on to the foxes. Here's the hole from yesterday's turkeys. This in here is Ike. Ike is a 16-year-old gray fox. His litter mate Mike died this summer. So 16 is quite old. And Ike has cataracts. Let's see if I can sneak up. Hi, handsome. Hi, handsome. He doesn't hear well. He doesn't see well. And I'm sneaking up from a different angle than I normally come at him. Looks like he enjoyed his turkey yesterday. It's all gone. Hi, buddy. Hi. You'll see his little nose going. He relies on that a lot. This is his spot. He likes being in here, wedged in tight. This is where he likes to spend his winter, out here in the sun. Hi, Ikey. Hi. I'll try not to spook him too much. Ike. Ike, what do you sniff? What is that smell? Is that turkey? Ike and his littermate Mike were in a wildfire. So they were little tiny kits, and they were taken to rehab, and they imprinted. Hi, Chunker. Hi, buddy man. I'm going to take your old bowl, okay? And he's a gray fox, so he's predominantly gray. But he does have some red markings on him. But he's little. He has short legs, close to the ground. He leads a semi-arboreal lifestyle, so they climb a lot more than the red foxes do. Hi, handsome. Doing tricks. Doing pee tricks. I don't think he sees me at all, which is not good because I don't like to scare him. He dug that hole. So they dig holes, we fill them, they dig them again. Good enrichment for them, pain in the butt for us. So it can be confusing. Some people think it's just an old red fox because they have that salt and pepper, and he does have that red underbelly and around his ears and tail, but he's a completely different body type. I'm more likely to get them confused with a raccoon at dusk, just their body shape and the way they move. Okay, we'll leave his turkey in here. Hey, buddy, it's okay. Hi, handsome. Hi. Next is our red fox, Roxy. She's Roxanne when she's in trouble. Harry is Harold when he's in trouble. And Roxy was also a pet illegally. Wild animals cannot be kept as pets. And there's a reason. There's a lot of reasons. But they're not good pets. They're wild animals. That's why we've domesticated things like dogs and cats. Foxes are really smelly. They destroy wood. They need a varied diet. They're grumpy. That's just Roxy. It's just grumpy. Hey, sister. Hey, sister. What are you doing? What are you doing? Roxy likes toys the most out of everyone. Oh, and we hide them from each other. It's a fun game. I think it's fun. She might not. Hey, sister. Hey, sister. What are you doing? What are you doing? She gets a winter coat, too. Look. She is getting a red fox toy today. She has a couple. She carries them around like a baby doll. What's in there? Does that toy look like you? Does it look like you? And she's the one we put this kiddie pool and filled it with leaves and toys. for her to explore and roll around in. Really? Really? You hear those birds, Roxy? Roxy's Uncle Darren, a ranger, reported that Roxy has a red fox friend that comes and visits at night. He's seen him a couple times. Hi, beautiful. So you see her long, lean legs and that big, fluffy tail with the white at the end. She's very much a red fox. Roxy is 6, which seems young in comparison to all those other old farts, but that's actually old for a red fox. They have a shorter lifespan of about 3 to 5 years. Let's see. She doesn't like me to think she enjoys things. Look how cute that is. That toy looks so much like her. She figured out, oh, but she's burying it. That's so cute. So whereas Wiley destroys things, she loves to have them forever and carries them around. So she just put it in a pre-dug hole, and now she's covering it with leaves and dirt for later. And then she'll act like nothing happened and check to see if I saw. Oh, I didn't see anything. Nope, I don't know where that toy is. Really? Really? Are you gonna come eat this turkey? She doesn't always eat. She doesn't love all food. So sometimes we'll give her food that's not her favorite and she just won't eat it. And then she'll go and dig up something from a few weeks ago that we gave her that she stashed for later. So, oh my gosh, she's such a turd. Look, she pooped in her bowl from yesterday. Wiley pees in his bowl. It's like a marking thing. Marking their territory. Oh my God. If anyone wants to come wash food bowls from a couple canines that poop and pee in them, you're welcome to. Anytime. These guys. Whew. Well, I think that's everyone. Wiley's over there running around with his turkey next. So I hope you're eating some yummy food today and plating it to look pretty and having a happy and safe Thanksgiving at home.